This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Worldwide Financial Planning, Truro and Penwith College, and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com.
Good morning. It's a nice day, isn't it?
It's lovely, yeah, just in case you don't know, I live opposite him, you see. Beautiful day, gorgeous sunny day. Does that mean that you're more likely to get crime, I wonder?
Well, maybe if you're on the mainland, but since we're in the safest place in England, and I'm not quite sure if the weather has an impact on it here.
Now, we're going to have nobody dare commit any crime today, in any case, because we've got the Assistant Chief Constable over.
Absolutely.
What's he going to be prepared to talk about? Anything?
Anything, I guess, yeah. Anything that anybody wants to talk about or ask him about, any fears that they have about the future of policing on Scilly, or generally, very well in the know gentleman. So yeah, he'll be at the town hall from about 11:30, and please come and see.
Now, of course, they announced yesterday that there's going to be a cut in income to police officers across the board, the whole of the UK, in terms of things like overtime. I mean, any police officer is not going to be police at that. They can dress it up whatever way they want, but it's human nature. They can say it puts more resources for frontline stuff, but no one's going to be happy, are they?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's all, you know, often not reported totally with accuracy as to what benefits and finances that police officers get, particularly with overtime. But for example, because of the restrictions that we have on the private life, we can be expected and ordered to return to duty at a moment's notice, and basically work until they say you can go home. And it's happened to me in the past where, you know, you could be working for 22 hours, 24 hours straight. It destroys your home life, and obviously it's quite challenging physically to be able to maintain that sort of work schedule. And the regulations in force at the moment mean that you can be compensated either financially or with additional time off. So yes, I'm sure that there will be something happening along those lines to save money, but no, I can't say that any police officer would be happy about it, because obviously it has a massive impact on your private life outside the job.
Well, we'll talk to the Assistant Chief Constable, see what he has to say, and I'm sure we've been asked this quite a few times already, so we'll have a chat. Let's touch on one of the incidents actually talking about being called out any time. We've had the resolution of a case that started, I think it was October the 14th, was it? With the fire at Sallyport.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact date, but that sounds about right. Yeah, well, yes, the young fellow that was arrested on the day has pleaded guilty to an offence of arson, I think it was, and he was sentenced yesterday and received 2 years and 8 months custodial sentence.
So, Sean Oakley.
Yeah. It's a reminder, I suppose, to all of us that crime does happen on Scilly, and things can happen just because we are statistically in the safest place in the country. You know, the same things that happen anywhere can happen here, so, you know, that's we have to realise that, and hence the reason why we have police officers stationed on Scilly, because things happen from time to time.
And in a similar way, things that happen on the mainland can be replicated here. You've got some drug awareness sessions?
Yes, well, we're delivering a couple of inputs for the Year 10 and 11 students as part of the Safety Day, which is on the 21st of March. And because we're bringing over a police drugs liaison officer to deliver those inputs, we're getting them to stay overnight, and there's going to be an opportunity for parents of the guys that are going over to the mainland to continue their education next year. And in fact, anybody else who may well be interested in learning a bit about the current drugs situation are more than welcome to come. It'll be at the St Mary's Hall Hotel from 3:30 on the 21st of March.
So what sort of things do you tell people?
Well, he's got the up-to-date knowledge as to what drugs are available and what are on the market and what the current trends are in the areas that the kids are going to be going over to, in Cornwall and other areas, the sort of values that drugs have, and the impact that it has on society and on the individuals that choose to take them. So, you know, knows a lot about it, and it'd be worth a listen.
A lot of people talking about speeding, and an interesting sort of two aspects of this, because we've had people tell us that it's islanders speeding and that the guys working on the new school build Circle of 8 are really courteous and really nice and great and are doing a very good job. We've had a number of islanders put their heads above the parapet and be named and say, I want to commend them. And we've got some people that are saying they're going way too fast. So you've been dealing with this, you've looked at tachographs, they're not going too fast in terms of the law. Where do we stand with this now?
We're going to monitor the situation. I'm confident that having spoken to both drivers and the boss of the company that's contracted to do those trips, that the speed will probably be reduced a little bit from what it has been. I've seen one of the trucks just outside here this morning who's driving very sedately, and we haven't witnessed any poor driving or speedy driving by the guys in the trucks, although we did have a number of reports yesterday morning about the speeds that other people have seen them going at. So we've taken the first step and we've given verbal advice and asked them to be mindful of the speed that they do go. So I'm hopeful and confident that there will be a noticeable change and a reduction in the speed. But like you say, we've had positive comments back from other people on our Facebook page praising the courteous nature of those drivers, so it's not all bad news, hence the reason why we're sort of touching very lightly on it at the moment. But anybody that does come across an issue, then feel free to get in touch with us or give the Kia site a ring and let them know that the issue has arisen. What I would say from the driver's point of view is that they did come back with, well, sometimes drivers in cars coming the other way have been a little bit overzealous and maybe driving a little fast for the conditions themselves, and it's probably advisable. We've got to let them get on with the job. It's going to happen whether we like it or not, and we do want it to happen because we want the new school build. We're just going to have to put up with these trucks going around the island for a couple of weeks. And maybe if you see a truck come in or you think there's a truck on its way, then just hang back a bit and wait in a suitable pull-in until the truck comes past, and it'll probably make life a lot easier for everybody.